You know how I feel. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You know how I feel. You know how I feel. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You know how I feel. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Okay. All right. Amber's here. Amber, you've been joining us more regularly. That's awesome. Welcome. Gabriella. Sweet. Welcome whoever is here, and I hope that everybody is doing well. And welcome to, this is a request class. I don't know if the person who requested it will even be watching, but I do take requests, and I'm trying to do a better job of really honoring those requests. And so I hope that this will hit the mark, either in replay or not. So for those of you that don't know, or maybe you're stumbling on this on Facebook, the absolute best places to watch this are on YouTube, and there's a bunch of reasons for that. But, well, and Twitch, there's a bunch of reasons for that. I think Twitch and YouTube are probably equal, but they don't take your stream down if you play copywritten music as easily as Facebook does, because they've learned how to monetize it. So let me get this a little bit better. All right. Okay. What's good, K-Swift? You're here. Sweet, we can get started. I should go back down there. Oh, what am I doing? Uh-oh, I think I just walked everything. There we go. Sorry. Okay. I'll stop messing around. Okay, so I want to straighten up Mr. Miyagi there. Okay, so if you haven't seen the movie Karate Kid, you might not know exactly what's going on with me here and these references to Chopsticks and Karate Kid, but you know, it's a movie that came out when I was a kid. I know it's been remade with Jackie Chan, but you know, Daniel walks in, Mr. Miyagi's trying to catch a fly with chopsticks, says if you can catch a fly with chopsticks that you could do anything, and then Daniel, predictably, the little kid, catches it. And like on one of his first tries, and it's a funny comedic moment. And so I want to, so that's why I'm featuring that artwork. The other thing that I wanted to say is that before I forget, we're going to do another Swap 7 starting Monday, Swap 7. We're going to loosen the rules a little bit this time, or loosen the code a little bit. And so this time, you'll just be swapping one or two things. I mean, you swap as many as you want, but last time we did sort of a mind swap, a soul swap, spirit swap, whatever swap, you know, and then a body swap. And you can use those as parameters if you want to, but they're not really going to be necessary. This time you can just pick one thing. I suggest that you pick something that is reasonable and would be meaningful. I'm going to, my swaps are going to be to not drink, and I'm going to swap that out for working out like I did last time. I'm just working out more. And then I'm also going to, yeah, there's a remake. Yeah, I know, right? Doesn't that make you feel old? I'm pretty sure there is. So anyway, and then, I'm going to swap out the internet for reading. So I've got a couple of things on my reading list right now that I'm already into, so I'm going to keep going. I might pick up Bertrand again. And then we'll see what else happens there. Hey, Sarah. Because I'm getting a little bit late on start here, I don't want to talk too much, and the class really sort of speaks for itself. So here's the idea with the Chopsticks class. You need anything that you can hold in your hand here. Yeah, that's true. Super. Anything that you can hold in your hand, Chopsticks works. The reason it became Chopsticks was that I was in San Francisco and wanted to incorporate this exercise, and my buddy Con and Marty, who I was staying with, eat a lot of Chinese takeout, and they had boxes and boxes, of collected, or not boxes, but they had a big box of collected chopsticks. And so I took them to a workshop, and that was when I debuted this exercise. It was something that I had done in my practice, and I debuted it. And I was blown away by how it went. And I know a lot of you probably took the last Chopsticks class. But if you haven't, this is the type of class that this is. This class, I think, will help you get better at core hooping, and I'm staying by that statement, because it's an awareness exercise. And this is something that some, especially beginning hoopers, don't always realize, is that your body is learning how to do this. Like, you think that it's your mind, that if your mind gets shown something, and that definitely is part of it. But it's also like your body's learning to do it, right? Like in yoga, you kind of accept that your body needs to learn to do it. But in hooping, sometimes we forget that we've got to develop this coordination. It doesn't exist to do right now what we want it to do. And the chopsticks are one way to develop that awareness. And I think that developing that awareness will make you better really at every technique of everything. You'll see, but particularly when it comes to core hooping, and I'll get into that later, so I don't want to talk a whole lot. So we're going to sway first. We're going to do a nice short sway here. And yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start a quick sway. Hopefully everything looks okay tonight. Keep me posted about the music. My mic should be a little bit louder than the music, and I'll try not to touch the volume so much so that you can kind of set it and forget it. I wear slides. I know it looks silly, but I wear them because this floor is concrete. Audible breath in. If you're new, if you're joining me, this can feel a little weird, but sway is just your warm-up time. When I imagine these classes, I imagine that you're moving with me. Sway is our devoted free movement time. My housemate and friend Sheila likes to stretch during sway. You can move any way that you'd go blindfolded. Audible breath in. The goal of sway is to achieve a constant motion. The pace of that motion is up to you, and it can change through the sway. But you can almost think of it like wind that comes in and lifts every leaf off the tree, off the ground. The goal of sway is to bring lift, openness to every part of your body. Audible breath in. I don't know if you've ever, as a child or as a young adult, you moved all the furniture around in your small apartment or house or room, and it just felt different. And you felt different because the room felt different. And all you did was take the same stuff and just rearrange it. Hoop practice and tonight's type of class can rearrange what you already have, but make it feel more open there. Audible breath in. Open, open. Sway blindfolded in front of people. If you think you feel weird. Audible breath in. So I'm going to turn the music down just a little bit, and what I'd like you to do is to grab your sticks, chopsticks, or whatever you have. We're going to hold them in each hand. However you want to hold them is fine, and we'll talk about different ways to do that. And we're going to start tonight by thinking of our chopsticks as paintbrushes or as drawing devices. If you've done virtual reality stuff, you've probably seen this before. But as I'm moving my chopsticks through, I'm imagining that they're drawing in the space that they're moving. And what I'd like you to do with your eyes for right now, if you're not blindfolded, is to follow the drawing tip of each stick. And if you can, I'd like you to unlock the head so that as you move the sticks, your head is moving too. Some of you might be discovering that these sticks are getting heavy. Audible breath in. And kind of like we do with our hoop, we're using the sticks right now to help us open up movement through the core. I'm going to bring your awareness to something, but I think it's something that you'll immediately know that you've been feeling. What's hard for a lot of hoopers when they're learning to hoop is to move the non-dominant arm. But by keeping something held by the non-dominant arm as we move it around, we're still more aware of it than maybe if we didn't have a stick in it at all. And our awareness is breathing life into that non-dominant hand. And it might sound silly, but we're training our brain to not forget about our non-dominant hand, to not forget about all the parts of the body, no matter where the focus is. Hey Kelly, sweet. So now we're going to start to get a little bit funkier with this, and then we're going to pick up hooping and get into our core hooping. Now we're going to start to imagine symmetry and asymmetry with the sticks. And what I mean by that is like mirrored movement, what we might consider symmetrical movement. Just to get a little bit louder. Asking you to consider not necessarily what the sticks are drawing, but how they're drawing you. You can almost imagine them you can pop and lock, you can whatever with the sticks. One thing, when I took this exercise out on the road, I noticed that people started moving a lot more with the sticks. And what was really funny in San Francisco was that nobody wanted to put the sticks down, and they didn't even want to hoop anymore. And I swear to God, I thought we were going to have Chopstick Path. you to explore, and it can be tough if you're feeling stiff right now, but is your reach with the sticks. You know, imagine they're flying as far away from the center of you, above, below. And then I want you to bring your focus. Awareness floats through the body, but right now the focus is on how the two sticks are interacting. I swear to God, K Swift, the whole room, just the same thing happened in Calgary. Now, we're only going to do this for another minute or so, but this next part might be a little tricky, but I want you to imagine like two human partners, that one leads the other, okay? That like as they're dancing together, that there's a lead actor, lead mover. And then if you are up for it, I want you to make your lead the non-dominant hand, or make it the hand that usually doesn't lead. And it might not change the way your movement looks. I doubt that my movement looks any different right now, but in my mind, the left hand is the lead dance partner. That's my non-dominant hand. And then there's one more thing I wanted to show you. Yeah, this is definitely glow sticking. Actually, I'm surprised you know what glow sticking is. But this is me holding the hoop more glow sticky, right? And then I can start to create lines. Master Marvin Ong is still the best glow sticker I've ever seen in my life. Oh my God, he blew me away the first time I met him. Okay. All right. So hopefully you guys are still with me. I haven't lost the room here because we are now going to jump in our hoops as soon as I can find mine. Nobody's making a comment about the sound, so I'm hoping that it sounds okay. And then sweet, yeah. Nice, Sarah. Sweet. Okay, so let's jump on the waist here. Let me make sure I got my right songs. Yeah. Okay, we're going to jump on the waist. Okay. Okay, sweet, Reba. Thank you guys for chiming in here. I'm glad to hear. All right, so anyway, here's what we're going to do. I want you to establish a waist current. Now, this is Thursday night, it's supposed to be for beginners, supposed to be open to everybody. I can hoop and not turn with the waist, and the size of my hoop helps me do that. And so if you can do that, that's great, and that's what we're going for. If you cannot do that, if that's not where you're at yet, like if you need to turn or if you even need to step, you can get just as much out of this exercise. But one of the ways that Chopsticks helps you core hoop is it helps you learn how to stand still. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to hold each stick, and then I want you to imagine that you are drawing circles. Let me bring on the bird's eye here. This will help you. I mean, what's the point of having it if I never use it, right? Okay, so here's the bird's eye camera, and you can almost see that I am drawing, not concentric, but, oh shit. uh, identical circles with my hands, and they are I am drawing them as if there's like, my hoop is like a piece of paper, and I'm drawing them that way. And I'm going the direction that the hoop is spinning. Let's put some background on and see if you can feel this with music. I'm gonna keep the music kind of low just for this first exercise because I want to do a little bit of talking. Because we're gonna use this first exercise to really establish what's happening here. So I'm drawing circles, and this is what I want you to do right now. And then you can begin to vary how you draw those circles, right? Like I could draw with one hand here, draw with the other hand here, right? And we're getting a little wax on, wax off. I promise this is not a Karate Kid class, but and I'll bring it back. So I'm moving my hands, and then I can change the height of my hands. I can change the distance of my hands, like you know, how far away they are from the core. Right? And now I want you to feel something, because sometimes, especially like if I bring them back down, like I'm stirring, you know, I'm using 2 spoons to stir a big pot of something. I want you to go the other way. Go anti-spin, right? So that your hands are drawing a circle that is going opposite of the circle spin. So if my hoop is here, spinning that way, I'm going to draw my hands this way so that they're moving towards that wall. And the reason I'm having you do this is because once you start to change the direction that you're drawing these circles, you start to realize just how important the way you move your hands is to the way you hoop. Because all of a sudden, if I go the other direction, I'm not saying it messes my hoop up, but it definitely feels different than if I'm going the same direction. Even though the hoop's action is down there, my hands are way up here. Right? When people learn to hoop, they learn to T-Rex. And a lot of people, you know, even if they are aware that they're T-Rexing, they just think, well, one day I'll stop T-Rexing. When I get good enough to hoop, I'll stop T-Rexing. What you start to realize is that not moving your hands is the reason you're not getting good at core hooping. Because when you start to move your hands, you give your body the full advantages that you were born with, right? And then you can get cute with it, of course, and I can draw those circles in different places. We did balance on Monday, and balance, if I keep my hands moving, is a lot easier, right, than just trying to hold a steady. You know, and maybe the motions are small, maybe they're not that big. You can even increase the speed of your hoop by speeding up your hands. And then this is fun. You can use your sticks to help you stall. Just focus your gaze on your sticks, and I can stall. Boom. Right? Okay. All right. So we're going to, what I'm going to try to do, let me make sure I'm doing okay on time. Okay, good. So I'll just be honest, if you're a total beginner, this might be the kind of class you watch on replay a little bit, a couple of times, and just pick up different exercises as you can. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to that sort of glow sticky way of holding the hoop where where's the, no, there we go. Oh, I see what I did wrong. Got the wrong camera. But we're going to go to that glow sticky part. And now what I want you to do is, going back to the second exercise we did tonight, I want you to pay attention to the movement of the sticks. So instead of stirring pots and stuff like that, I'm now going to let the hands just kind of dance. Bring this up a little bit. If you prefer to hold, Harry Potter, the sticks, that's fine, whatever, this is your class, but now I'm thinking about the sticks as I'm moving them. And what I'm not thinking about is keeping the hoop up, but what's happening is the movement of my hands is starting to make its way into the movement of the hoop. And if you're just getting started into hooping, you might be asking yourself, I don't know what to do with my hands. Put some sticks in them. Sometimes the sticks, props help us find discoveries. For instance, I'm turning my hands, I'm kind of rotating internally or rotating externally. Sports fan, and a lot of professional athletes and collegiate athletes, they do all this weird stuff. If they're a basketball player, they do all this weird non-basketball stuff that helps them become better at basketball. I don't think you're ever going to pull out chopsticks and start flowing with them, but this can make you better at hooping. Keep your heart rate up. Now, when I was on the road, one of the things that I would notice is that very often people who had been closed down were coming out with the sticks. Their hands were getting higher, they were getting further away. I don't want you to take a break and write me right now, but if on the song break, if anybody is relating to what I'm talking about, if you're feeling how the connection of your hands is making its way into your core rotation. All right. Okay. All right, so let's try some shoulder hooping because that's generally what everybody wants to be better at. So you're going to hold, you're going to grab your hoop. Yeah, this will work. This music tonight, it's weird I don't see it showing up there. But the music tonight is, there we go. Sorry, I had it turned off. Oh no. Oh boy. Well, that's not good. Actually, let's just screw that. Sorry, y'all. I don't know what happened. Okay. Okay. Oh, sweet, Aaron. Okay. Okay, cool. So we're going to talk a little bit about shoulder hooping. Now, if you're new to shoulders, this can be a little bit frustrating for you. But what you're going to do is we do something called mountain. And mountain is where you're going to turn with the hoop. You're going to turn them with the direction that the hoop is traveling. And then dip your PM arm into the hoop. That's the hoop that, like if you're going to the left, that'll be your left arm. Then the other hand comes in, and you're going to be holding the sticks, and you're going to go out into mountain while turning, and the hoop's going to pop up, okay? So it's going to be like this, boom. Okay. Now, I recognize 95% of the people here, because they are here every week, thank you, and they can shoulder hoop. So if you cannot, I know this is a beginner class, so I can give you some pointers, but what I'm about to teach you with these two sticks is probably the best advice I can give you. What happens when people are learning shoulders, most of the time, is one of their arms is doing like a chicken, it's like doing a chicken wing, kind of, close to the by T-Rexed, basically. And so what happens is the rest of their body, the rest of the path of the hoop compensates for that T-Rexing, right? And so what happens, damn it. Sorry, I've got the wrong camera hooked up, and it's driving me crazy. So what we want to do, and we can use the sticks to do it, right? Stick breaking, we'll get to that later. But one of the things that we can do is think about the movement of our sticks. And so now, what I want you to imagine is that, you're a little kid at the Olive Garden and you're drawing on the tablecloth, right? The paper tablecloth or something. And you're trying to draw circles with both hands. You've got a red crayon, a green crayon, whatever colors you like. And you're drawing those circles, right? And so I'm keeping my sticks in my hand and I'm drawing with these circles. Right? Boom. Now, maybe that's a little hard for you, or maybe you've got that, you want a little bit extra, and you can try, another way to do it is to try pulses. Pulses are like, and using the sticks really helps, but I'm pulsing, I'm pushing both hands at the same time. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, right? That's how I made it through all my father's sermons. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, let's bring some music on. And I don't think this song is going to get us kicked off, but it might.
What's it saying, what's it do? My basketball steering white and blue, and yet I slam cool. Don't get me wrong, I'm on my MTV, I just don't care for Tiffany. I'd rather get my stage straight, G-Rap came like that Tiffany. I wasn't out for no awards, no Grammys, no Oscars. I couldn't have played my cards better if I was Kenny Rogers. Wanna know why? Because I ain't some farce that ain't giving a march. And the fact is I probably won't want just to have 1200s. But other than that, I mean, the rest of our shit was buckets and all types of old shit. I'm still booting that dope shit. For the benefit of myself, I'm never owing up old shit. So you know when these scrubs that want something, I make use of them come.
Anything test man me clean for me gun.
Okay, guys, I had to make a little repair.
I'm about to come out. I'm about to just be Tom. Although my name is Asian Point and that's my article, right? Because I got my daddy's stick pushing through my height. I know you're used to other cuts, but I cut slabs. But there's still sticks on me. Give me a mic to this and I'ma rape the little 12-inch wax. You can't say what the stage built, cause brother, you couldn't soak up my flow with an age quilt. That's right now, watch what happens.
Okay, I'll try to demo this just in case. Sorry, I had to switch the cameras, it was driving me crazy.
And if you think I won't run it, you got another thing coming. And another thing coming. And another thing coming. Cause I got shit by the bins.
So if I think about my sticks,
because the stump can't catch a balance. And when other lyrics they start swinging
and I
like
am
hammocks,
pushing the sticks out or swimming them underneath,
you don't want to be horizontal, so
that movement way out there, that movement way out there is translating to a movement in here.
I get shout-outs to my own stuff, so don't lie. Don't you wish that maybe I was never live so that somehow you could hear this and I don't know, go back in the time and then try to pass through with this shit, right? Well, on your back, keep your daggers and your
One thing that the sticks can help you with is if you've struggled with your pacing on shoulders, you struggle to go from slow to fast. And once you come out of a stall or something, anything that slows it down, jack the hands, get the hands just flying with the sticks, and you'll see the hoop come right back up. I can turn with it, say I do something like this, it slows the hoop down. I'm going to speed it up, I'm just going to start sending the sticks. Like big pushes at first, and then little pushes. Oh. Yeah, the music tonight is coming from my iTunes, so if you really like it, you'll just have to go look for it. No SoundCloud link tonight. Sorry. Be patient with yourself when it comes to these type of things. Of course, I just want you to have fun with it, so I don't really care. If you're even doing these exercises with me, if you're just here and enjoying it, that's cool. All right. Okay, so we're going to do one more core hooping exercise. This is driving me crazy. All right, we're going to do one more core hooping exercise with these, and what we're going to try to do is work a little bit on angle hooping. And this can be a little bit tricky, but I really think, let me get some music on that's kind of angle hoopy. Yeah, okay, this is really up. All right. This is a way angle hoopy, but okay, sweet. So we're here, so I'm glad everybody's having a blast. Carla is here, Jennifer's here. Thank you guys for chiming in. Thank you for commenting. If I miss your comments, I'm sorry. So I don't want to kill the fun tonight. We're about to talk about angle hooping, but this can really help. Okay, now, just so we're clear, the best thing you can do for angles is a different class, and that is using your legs as springs. This is what most people do not do, and instead they keep their legs kind of locked and they just do this really awkward thing up and down. All angle hooping comes from, well, you need up and down or it's not an angle, right? And that up and down really comes from the legs. But here's where the sticks can help you. A lot of times when you get into an angle, the angle wants to roll on you. It wants to walk. Like it doesn't want to stay where you want it to stay. And so you get it there, but then it wonks on you. The sticks, this is why I promise, if you try this, it can make you a better hooper tomorrow. I'm I'm gonna keep my sticks with me. I'm gonna go back into that motion of stirring again, right? And I'm gonna add some bounce, right? And then I'm just gonna imagine turning the plane of that stirring, right? You know, I'm imagining if I was drawing on a desk, that desk is drawing. And then maybe I can't keep circles going here, right? Maybe I can't keep circles going, but I can keep one hand going and then the other. Right? And then the stick can help you actually chi the angle back. So we're in flat lake, we go down into earth, we come back up into sky. Sticks can help us do that. So if I'm in earth, right, I'm just going to imagine that my drawing is now getting more and more lake-like, more and more table-like. And then I'm going to bring that bounce back, and now I want to use my drawing hands to pull the hoop back towards me a little bit. What'll help most of you with your angle hooping is going up. Okay? Visual artists tend to be better at angles at first because they're good at visualizing, right? You can be just as good. You are an artist, but for some of you, you're not visual artists, but visualize. See the plane of your hoop changing. See it, imagine it, feel it. Don't wait for it. It's not a magical wind that's going to blow. It's going to be something that you create, and you seeing it will help give your body the template to start to find it, okay? So when I say lean back, bounce, and move your hands, I mean visualize the hoop coming up, lean back, bounce, and move your hands. I know this song's kind of aggressive, but it's good for angles. And then, as I was saying before, chiing the hoop, if I want to go from sky to earth, right? Let's say I'm in sky, I'm leaning back here, I got my bounce and my hands moving, whatever they're doing, right? And then I'm going to draw those circles, start to bounce, and then dip my desk. And then once you make the connection of the movement with your hands, you can kind of stop thinking about it and get creative with it. Because it's like once the body knows that you want these two things connected, and the weight of each stick helps that. All right, since we're running low on time, I'm gonna keep the music going, and then we'll move into shoulders on the angles. So we come back up to the shoulders. Now there's loads of ways to get into an angle, and there's all different sorts of ways that you can try it. One way you can try it is to do kind of a barrel roll into, sweet. I love it when you guys tell me you have breakthroughs. So if I'm in this, So if I'm in shoulder hooping now, and I want to move into it, right? I can kind of dip my shoulder, the direction that my PM shoulder, I dip it into the current, right? This stick, I'm going to the left, my left hand, this stick kind of dips down, right? Dips down, and this stick dips up, or comes up, right? And so as I'm here, I've got my hands going here. I'm gonna let this stick, my left hand is going to the left, I'm gonna let it drop, the other one come up, and then I just put the hoop into a nice barrel, and then I can stop that barrel, rock an angle, and then go back into another barrel roll, doing the same thing, right? One hand's gonna have to go up. Oh, wait a minute, that wasn't quite the same thing. So if you're not sure what I just did there, I'm hooping on the shoulders. If I'm going to the left, it's gonna be my left hand. If I'm going to the right, it's my right hand. This hand is gonna, with the stick, is gonna dip and get really low as the other one gets up. It's gonna establish an angle. You're gonna rock that angle. Oh, sorry. That was not the song I meant to be playing. Sorry, y'all. I love that song, but that's definitely getting us kicked off if we're even on Facebook still. Okay, so we're here. And this is what we're going for tonight. Shoulder angles. Now this, I know it's a beginner, this is pretty advanced, but you gotta try something. The other way I could try to get into an angle with the shoulders from here, using the sticks, is the exact same thing I was doing before, where I'm drawing these circles. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw the circles further and further out from the body, like this, and then I'm gonna bounce. Okay? So this is what I was doing before. Drawing these circles. I'm gonna push them out and start bouncing. Right, this is dirty. This will be the last high energy thing we do. I know we ran a little bit late here, guys. Thank you for joining me tonight. Oops. The reason the sticks can really help you here is that most people go right back into that chicken winging thing, right? They get right back into it when they learn angles, right? So we want to, that's never good. This is never good. It doesn't look good. It doesn't feel good. It leads to injuries. Not good. So what we want to do is use the sticks to help us to remember that even when we're trying something new, that the hands are still moving. Barrel rolls. You'll stall the barrel roll out if your hands go too wide, but if you go wider, it'll help keep the barrel roll going. Oops. And then the last piece of advice I'll offer, and then we'll play some free hoop songs and run a little bit late tonight, is that when you're in sky angle, the sticks really help. And if you become like crazy 80s, if you become crazy 80s hairband heavy metal guy playing the drums up here, when you're in sky, it will help your sky angle, okay? So if I'm here, I'm just going to go ahead and hop in sky since I know how to do it. But if I keep my hands, I guess like drumming kind of doesn't work there. I would think of it more like, well, and if the drums were on the ceiling. But anyway, I'm using my hands because this is what most people do. This is what we want. Most people. This is essentially a body activation class, so if you have a lot of clear thoughts after this class, you should write them down and trust yourself. And then we'll just go from here into a free hoop. Thank you, guys.
this a one, it just simply called the vibes. I just design this a one to keep the dance all alive. Love to see all the girls, them whining and timing, and all the good boys in the sky. Try test me, just jump in the chest, because we got to the north, south, and west. Original gangsters, and we no take no breeze, no. And if a boy try test me, just jump in the chest, because we got to the north, south, and west.
Thank you guys for joining me tonight. I'm glad you're digging the playlist. A lot of old school stuff. That's okay. If you guys ever want to watch the HD version, I don't know if you know this, my internet here is horrible. I'm actually, I must be really lucky because I'm not supposed to be able to even stream the way I do. But the HD quality replay is available about 12 hours. Today, last Monday, it took about 24 hours for it to show up. I'm sorry about that. Usually takes about 12 hours for me to upload. Amber, sweet, love your energy, thank you. You're welcome. If you're new to this, I don't do any more teaching after the free hoop starts, so you're good to go. Yeah, it's on YouTube, and it's HoopPath or Baxter. Or HoopPath or Bax. HoopPath Bax, that's my answer. And you can watch the immediate replays. They take about 3 hours to process on YouTube, and then it'll be up, but it'll be the same quality more or less as the stream here. Oh, Zen Bliss, sweet. Thank you, guys. Hey, shout outs to Texas right now, man. Oh my God, my Texas Flow fam. Wow. Going through it, guys. And I'm just sending love. I doubt you're watching this because you probably, I guess, I heard that most of the power is back on, I'm hoping.
Such a hurricane, such a hurt and pain, trapped in my soul and I can't explain. Such a hurricane, such a hurt and pain, trapped in my soul and I can't explain.
Okay, good. You're welcome, Carl. Thank you for joining.
such a hurting pain, trapped in my soul and I can't explain. Such a hurricane, such a hurting pain, trapped in my soul and I can't explain.
Okay, guys, I don't know if anyone's still here. We're going to do two more kind of slower-ish songs and then call it a night. Good deal. You're welcome, Kelly. Thank you guys for joining as always. Appreciate it. We'll have a jam on Sunday, 4:20. And then back on Monday night, we'll have another class.
Here it starts. This unravel. Slowly swell. Fall through the cloud. Clear the air. If I could break the spell of this, weave into this.
Yeah, me too. I cannot wait to tour.
Slow motion. Drift through the day. Lean farther. Dolls, your smell.
Sweet. You know, not every advice helps, so hopefully some of the stuff I said tonight will help you.
Break your fingers. Through the tail. If I could make a change of this,
Okay, we're going to do one more song for anyone that's still here, and then we'll call it a night. Thank you, guys. Thank you, K-Swift. Thank you, Jackie. Chopstick balance is a lot harder than I thought I was going to do. Thank you guys so much.